All right, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Joe Fleetwood podcast. Today we got a co-host, my man, 150 grand. Man, we go way back to the first time you might have farted in the sandbox, man. My homeboy, y'all know him, William D. Walker. I call him Slim, man. Welcome to the show, my boy.
Salute, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now today, man, we got a real interesting podcast for you, man. So check this out. As you guys know, and if you don't know, you need to go to my website, www.joefleetwood.net, and go to JF Podcast, man. 3 weeks ago, right? I had Rico Strong on the show. Might have been 2 weeks ago. I had Rico Strong on the show. And for those of you who don't know who Rico Strong is, go look him up. So he's an adult film star, man. He's been in the game since 2000. So the man got over 20 years in the adult world in the game. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
That's a
man.
lot of stroking, my boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's a lot of notches under your belt, man. When you talk about that, when you talk about that long in the game, a lot of notches in your belt. But anyway, so I'm just going. And what happened was, man, people would hit me up on TikTok. So I'm gonna pull up my TikTok real quick on my phone. And like I said, man, and it wasn't just TikTok, but a lot of the the messages came either to my phone. People who knew me would send me text messages. Some of them were just like random people I don't even know on TikTok. So this one cat on TikTok's like, "Hey, is Rico still doing porn?" I'm like, "Yes, he is." Um, and so what? And then other people were just like, I heard this about Rico, I heard that about Rico, and a lot of it I think was just mainly because of the issues that were surrounding him around the court case. But nevertheless, um, and Slim, I'm pretty sure you got a working knowledge of who Rico Strong is. as any
Yes,
as,
sir. That's my dog.
as, as anybody who watched anything that was done by West Coast Customs, you know a lot of these cats. But what surprised me is that the numbers uh that came through when I did my research on the adult film business in general. But what also shocked me was the majority of the questions that I got, they all came from females. Now I'm thinking, okay, well, that makes sense because of who he is, but it really wasn't even about him. It's like the introduction started off about him because it was like, I saw the interview with Rico and this, that, and the third. And I guess it was the portion where I was talking about how much money he lost from his OnlyFans account when they deleted him. So this man had like over $59,000, if not more, sitting in his OnlyFans account, and OnlyFans just deleted him. Yes,
What?
they just deleted him. Straight up deleted his account. You got 59 G's. Actually, I take that back. I'm quoting it wrong. He had 59 uh he had 5,900 subscribers. He had over 400 G's in the account. That's what it was. So he had over 5,900 subscribers with 400 G's in the account, and straight wiped him clean. Then also he had issues with Pornhub, because what Pornhub does is if you are an adult film star, they create you a page, and he's not getting any money from that. Now that's crazy. Now imagine
Oh,
you putting
wow.
in all that work, my boy, and you ain't seeing none of the return.
What? Literally.
But here's the crazy part, right? And I think because when we did
What's the reason that they gave for killing the channel?
what on OnlyFans, they didn't give him a reason.
Yeah.
They didn't give him a reason at all. So well, I take that back. And you can't even speak to anybody about it. So the reason they gave him was he violated the terms of service, right? They say he violated the terms of service, and it was a generic email uh, about those terms and services. It didn't tell him anything specific that he did. It just said he violated the terms and service, and that was as far as it went. So if that's all you're gonna tell somebody, hey, you violated the terms and service. So if I got that kind of money sitting in the account, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Where is my bread going? Like, tell me something. You cannot just take that kind of money away from me without saying something. Like, bro, so hey, we got to have a lawsuit or
What
something. We got to
kind of,
talk to some lawyers. We got to figure out a way to make this right.
how you get kicked off of a porn site?
So it's funny you should say that because I
What kind of terms of service they
I
got
yeah, I
going on,
couldn't tell
man?
you, but I did some research and we'll get into that. But the man had on Pornhub on his adult film star page. There's there's 570 million views, and Pornhub pays you for advertisement on those views. So imagine how much money he's missing out on, right? Now we and let me tell you, and I know some of you out there who are either listening or watching this. I know you got a OnlyFans account. I know you do. And if you don't, after you get done hearing these numbers, you just might start
Oh
one, man.
my
Because
God.
I'm telling you, man, the research
Oh,
I did was crazy. And the thing that I would say the thing that kind of tripped me out the most was just the sheer numbers, but also when I saw what OnlyFans themselves were bringing in, because that's really the storyteller right there. It ain't regardless of what you think the other cats are bringing in, it's what they are bringing in. So check it out. Here's the numbers. So we'll talk about porn in general first. So porn generates anywhere from 15 to 97 billion dollars a year. That's $3,075 per second. That's how much money that industry makes. You know what I'm saying?
but you wouldn't be able to tell it from all these folks out here talking about, I don't watch this stuff.
Stop
I don't be
playing.
looking at
And somebody
somebody looking
subscribing.
at.
Somebody looking and somebody subscribing. Stop playing.
Yeah, man. Y'all stop lying, man. Y'all come on with it,
So
man. Come on, fud. Get off the
now,
gas, man.
OnlyFans, of course, is the most popular site, right? It definitely became popular during the pandemic because, um, everybody was in the house, didn't have much to do, so all these content creators they started making content during the pandemic. Started being able to post more since nobody was going in to work, and OnlyFans took off. So OnlyFans
Right.
has a pass through of $5.5 billion a year. That's their pass through. That meaning that's how much money that they generate combined with their revenue and the creators. It's $5.5 billion passes through OnlyFans every year. OnlyFans total revenue uh, as of last year was $1.09 billion, right? Which is crazy. So that company just there was a point in time where OnlyFans was kind of trying to get away from the adult film star stigma. Created a huge stink. They was trying to
Right.
do a spinoff or whatever to kind of curb because that's all they're known for. Now you can get money with OnlyFans doing other stuff, but the bulk of their business comes from the adult film and content creators, and I don't think that's something that they can deny.
Yeah, they
Nah,
ain't gonna
you
be able
you
to get
you
out of
can't,
that.
man, because it would have killed the business. Now, another company, which from what I understand is minivids. Now, from the the research that I've done, not many people. I haven't seen a single review actually of where somebody said minivids deleted their account. Minivids is less restrictive,
Mm.
and they're extremely open about their terms of service and their policies. But minivids, once again, they're not as popular as OnlyFans, and the majority of the people on OnlyFans, they do have a minivids account also, and minivids brings in about $15.1 million a year. So still not bad. You know what I'm saying? No
Right.
matter how you cut it.
Not bad.
Like for real, man. Because when you argue numbers like that, and you have to think about the sociological effects in society. Because if here's if you're a teacher, right, and you trying to talk
Yeah.
to a kid, you trying to steer them in the right direction, this, that, and the third, right, and then as soon as they hop on social media, they see these chicks who then got their body did all this work, right, and they bringing in this kind of money. How are you supposed to compete with that? Because at that point, some of them could be 18 and still in high school, and then jumped it off, and now they getting seven, eight, nine, $10,000 a month still in high school. What's their motivation to do anything out of that? I can sit at home, do this. You know what I'm saying? I make more money than my mama and daddy, and they go to work every day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I
Yeah, you
take
know what I
care
mean. So
of
that
them.
there's definitely a sociological effect when it comes to
I mean, that what we in a capitalist society. That's what they push. So of course you gonna
yeah,
want the
because you
money.
you gonna and then
And we,
especially the way things are today, man. Like I spent $200 in the grocery store and didn't even buy no meat, my boy. $200, and that didn't even include no meat product, bro. I ain't buy no steak, no bacon, no ham, nothing.
what? And drop 200.
200 strong. So yeah, man, there's definitely some effects on that. Cause I'm sitting here like,
Where everything focused on that. You know what I'm saying? The material. Got to have this, got to look like the rapper,
but
man. You know what I'm saying?
even if that, man, it's
They selling us sex, and in order to get that, you got to have the
you basically to
money.
do anything nowadays, you got to have money. And then even for people who make good money, it's
Exactly.
starting to be a struggle because the money that you making is cool and it was straight. And I'm feeling the effects because I know what I was getting the first year I moved to Maryland. I was good. Then, now I'm in my
Right.
second year and I'm looking around like, oh, this is different right here, my boy. Now, some of that could be because, you know, uh, as now as inflation happens, uh, originally when it hit, it didn't bother me. I didn't see it. But as I start to focus now more on the price of stuff, I started noticing. I was like, all right, you know, I'm filling up my Dodge Ram, and I'm like, hey, bro, I ain't. It's been a while since I paid $75 for a full tank of gas, bro. And I'm using the cheap stuff. I'm putting 87 in there. Not a Porsche, it take that premium. So if I run a $60 or $70 bill on that, it's understandable. Plus, that ain't my everyday driver. So when I ran into that on the Dodge,
Right.
I was like, oh, but the game done changed. Hey, something around here ain't right. Then $200 in the grocery store and no meat. Boy,
Yeah. I know you remember when the old folk used to fill up the car with the
yeah,
change
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
ashtray.
My
You used to be able to put some gas in your car with some
hey,
coins back in the day.
my granddaddy in the Stanford and Son truck picking us up from basketball practice.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh.
Yeah, that
That was back when one wasn't no number
it
in front of
won,
their
man. It
decimal
was,
point, and
bro,
they folks never
75 cents a
seen that.
gallon. 70. Let me get some
Yes,
of
sir.
that. Let let me get some of that. Seven
What happened
70.
to that
Yeah,
gas? Where
man.
that
Cause
gas go?
hey, some gotta get it's 75 cents a gallon for for the regular.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You get the super unleaded. That was 85 and 95 for the premium. Yeah, like I
Yes, sir. It was you.
I need I need all them numbers to come back. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired right now, bro. They killing us, man.
When they used to that number showed up in front of that decimal point, folk lost
It's-
their mind, man.
I know I lost mine. Like I lost mine immediately. I'm talking about immediately. It went and it's like right. It's like right when I came back from playing basketball at Middle Georgia, that dollar sign hit in front of that joint. I was like, oh my God, bro. I need a job and I need one ASAP.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, I can't
Game time.
I can't go on like this, man. Yeah.
Game
But
time. I remember imagine I lived out in Arizona and bruh, and I'm driving an Explorer at the
mm,
time. Man, gas, I was putting over $100 in there to fill up. And this was in
okay, so
'09.
'09 was when the economy crashed. So 2008, 2009, the housing market crashed. So that's around that time that gas was like $5 a gallon. And I remember because I
Yes,
had an
sir.
expedition at the time. And bro, I gotta tell you this story, boy, because I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and here's how I remember it vividly. My man, so I'm stationed in Florida at the time, and my son's mom, Trey's mom, she was like, "Hey, is registration right for football?" I was like, "All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? It's registration. But then on top of that, she was like, "I need $80 for Trey some medicine." So I was like, "All right, cool." Now I was already coming home every other weekend, and I had already been home the weekend before that. And I'm just E5, man. My money ain't long. You know, back in 2008, bro, we ain't getting no money like that. And I already got, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm in
sir.
Florida. I got to drive to Georgia. Ain't getting no money like that. I done put $110 in the car, in the truck, right? In the
Yeah.
Suburban. Drive all the way to Columbia. I get there. You know what I mean? I give her the $80. Then she was like, all right, now he got to go to registration. So we got 110. Now, mind you, I done paid my child support. Cool. No problem. I ain't tripping because I know what it is. I get there,
Right.
give her the 80 for the medicine. She like, yeah, all right, 9 times to go register for football. My boy, when I tell you, the registration was right down the street. Now, here's why I'm mad. Bro, I done drove 3.5 hours from Eglin Air Force Base to Columbus, Georgia, to go down the street to sign my son up to play football. I'm talking about, hey, they could have rode a, bro, they could have,
It just been
hey, bro, they
on
could have
gas.
rode a bike to get there. I, man, it was a
What?
setup from the word go. And the reason it was a setup is
What?
because daddy showed up in town to pay for the registration and the football equipment. I was like, are you serious right now? I could like I was mad and couldn't get mad. Cause I know in her mind, yeah, you supposed to do that. You can do all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not even looking at it
Right.
from a logistical standpoint. It's just, oh yeah, I need you, come
Right.
here and do this. Now, I would have been perfectly fine with her just saying, hey, here's how much everything costs, and then sending the money. But I guess she figured she was doing me a favor by telling me what time it was and to come and we can handle this. Cause I'm thinking, she gotta go. What was I thinking? Cause this was downtown. You know what Chase at, right? So basically it was at the gym over there in Bibb City. But that's where the registration was.
Yeah.
That they had for football. Bro, I done drove 3.5 hours for about 2 hours worth of light work. Yeah. And I'm talking about this in between paychecks. So my pockets is hurting, bro. I'm talking about I'm coming back. Like, hey, I'm gonna have to go and pull out the credit card just to get gas to get back home.
they dropped a bag on
Yeah,
gas
yeah,
to
to
go
go
around the
to
street.
go run the street, down the street, man. I was like, bro, this right here is this something serious, man. It's crazy. So hey, but that's for another
I know.
episode right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Wild baby mama stories. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So, but like I said, is and after after we get older, we talk about it, man. Me and her come to an understanding. We understand some stuff about each other. But boy, going through it, hey man, I might I wanted to snatch her off the porch behind that one, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I want to snatch you off the porch behind that
I ain't no
one.
way to shit, man.
Yo. So 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 sorry y'all for
Yeah.
that little veering off topic, man, but it was relevant to the cause. So
Oh boy.
now
Mm.
yeah, so we was talking
Only
about
fans.
the
Mm, mm.
the teacher and the kids, right, and that whole earning potential. But see, here's another thing that kind of
Right.
brought it to light, because you have these stars or these socialites or these people in positions who are famous who got OnlyFans too. Now I'm finna hit you with one. Uh, you remember Black China? Yeah, she was on
Mm.
the one who dated Rob Kardashian. So she got big. She was on a
Right.
lot of reality shows and stuff like that. So what she did was, around the pandemic time, she was like, "Oh, everybody on OnlyFans. Let me go and create one real quick." So as of, and let me make sure I get the dates right, because I don't want to mess this up around that time frame. And I want to say it was 2020, 2021 time frame. So during that time frame, like I said, the pandemic era, these are the top earners at the time on OnlyFans. So Black China subscription per month was $19.99, basically $20. In 1 year, Black China hit the game for 20 million. 20 million. Hey, she got an NFL 1 year guaranteed football contract. 20.
Without
Oh,
taking one
one.
hit.
I mean, she might have took some hits, but they might have been different kind of hits.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
20 million. My boy,
Good hit.
20 million. That's
That's
crazy.
it,
20
man, like,
million.
and that's like, but she like now ain't she like in some type of
I don't
financial
know.
ruin?
I don't know what's her financials.
The last I had seen, like she had this thing where she was getting a job and asking for more money, and I was
That's
like, wait a
crazy.
minute, man, hold
Yeah,
up.
like
But I mean, I guess they say when you make that kind of money, I guess when you want to live how they live,
yeah. I
I
mean, you
guess you
can like
can
you
spend.
can like you can blow money quick, man. Like especially when you get it easy. Like when you get money that easy and you
Right.
find yourself in a position to where money is just drawn to you because of who you are, what it is you do. It's I could see how somebody could end up
Right.
blowing that kind of bread, man. Which is tough, man. But it's
Like it got to be crazy. I feel like it would have to be crazy to know that you could, if you needed some money, you could just wake up tomorrow and call the nearest hottest club and say, "Hey, I'm available
right,
for
right.
a walkthrough." That might be 20, 30
Yeah,
racks
yeah.
right there.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you blowing through it like that with no and I don't
Right.
know if somebody was trying to advise her financially or not, but you gotta have when you getting that kind of money, you gotta have somebody in your corner. Like you just can't.
Oh, they was advising her, all right. They was
Right,
advising her
right.
to buy them shit. That's what they was at.
So the next top earner during that time frame was somebody named Bella Thorne. I don't know who that is. Uh, but
I don't
behind
either.
Bella Thorne was Cardi B. Now, when Cardi B was on OnlyFans, I was like, "Yo, that was a smart move because she didn't get on there, doing anything sexual or nothing like that. She basically started OnlyFans
Mm.
to allow her fans to interact with her. So you could, pay that subscription. She go live. The fans can interact with her. You know, talk with her as she go about her day. She was delivering information about the game. So I think for her that was actually a smart move to get into. Nah,
I always liked
yeah,
Cardi
me
B,
too,
man.
man.
I did, man. I ain't never had no
Yeah,
beef
she
with
she
Cardi
she
B.
was real down to earth, man. She true to herself. Now that one thing you got to say about her, she gonna live her truth. So you ain't really got to worry about her being fake because she just gonna tell you exactly what it is and how it is. So she was like that from the jump,
Yeah,
even before the love and
yeah.
hip hop. When she was in the strip club and just being on social media and stuff like that. Nah, the next person,
You named after some, you
right,
got to
right. Now
keep
the
it
next
real.
person, now this dude, which is crazy because and I was late to the OnlyFans game. Like I knew nothing about it. I was so far behind the curve, it wasn't even funny. So when I did find out about it, I did some research, man, because I was actually following this dude. He had a picture, dude named Jimmy Smacks. Now I'm pretty sure some of y'all might know him when you hear this, but I follow him on Instagram. But the way I end up following him on Instagram is it was a picture of him and DMX when he was younger. So I was like, all right, this dude, I'm thinking he been around the rap game, you know what I mean, and that's how he got his money because you and Yonkers, you with DMX, I figured you came up, you know what I mean, through the ranks or somehow you was connected to X, right? That's how I end up following.
Right.
Somebody had posted a picture or whatever, then I end up following. Then I start scrolling through the man page and it says something about either he was one of the first ones or the first male content creator to bank $1 million off OnlyFans. And I was like, what? What the fuck is OnlyFans? But I got to see what it is. This man done hit 1 million. Let me go see what this hoopla about. Boy, I was in for a rude
Only
awakening when
fan.
I got there. Because it was not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with music.
Now, right. I didn't like when it came out. I don't remember when I realized what it was, but I didn't even have to look because of the people that I was seeing that was saying they was on there. I'm like, you already giving it to us, so I can just imagine what you got
Right,
going
right.
on over there. So I was like, man, here they go.
And
They
boy,
finna
did
take
they.
off.
So the next
Sure
cat,
enough.
and like he been like it's been all over the internet with him was Tiger. So Tiger is
Oh
in
yeah.
fourth place in 2021 with the most made on OnlyFans. He made 7.6 million, almost 7.7. So yeah, he jumped out there and did his thing. The next is Mia Khalifa. Now I think Mia Khalifa is one of them younger stars. Right, right. Most definitely. Go on and salute her one time. So Mia Khalifa was one of them joints. And Mia Khalifa was in the news. And like I said, man, the news is so fickle now, man, because something can come out that's big news, and then 2 days later, it's like the world done forgot about it. But Mia Khalifa was in the news a while back just because she was giving relationship advice, and she's been married and divorced a few times. And people were kind of bashing her, like, you're the wrong person to be giving married advice. But I think someone who's been married and is no longer married or been married multiple times is the right person to give marital advice because they can tell you exactly what they did wrong. So, all right.
Right.
After that, the next person was old Catch Me Outside, Bad Batty. Old Miss Catch Me Outside. Old Bad Batty. She hit the game for
That's
5.2
wild.
million. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no small change neither. Like I said, man, hey, they getting professional athlete money out here, man. Uh Erica Mina.
Right. I remember when I saw that, man, I saw that catch me outside. How about that? And I said, man, wait a minute, man. You telling me that this little sassy
Yeah.
mouth child just blew up on us for being
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful?
Yeah.
That's what you
That's
did.
exactly what happened.
I said, man, no, she didn't take off from Catch Me
But
Outside.
let
How
me tell you
about
though,
that?
she capitalized on it right. And a lot of people give her flack because they
Yeah,
only focus on the negative stuff that she do. And it's hard not to because she's so boisterous with it. But she was. I saw an interview on Snapchat where she was talking about going back and forth with the media how they only focus on like the bullshit, but they don't focus about a lot of the charity events that she do and a lot of a lot of money that she gives away. Nobody ever focus on that. They only focus on the issues that come up. So, and I want to say, man, there was a some issues between her and Billie Eilish, I think it was. Like she used to kick it with Billie Eilish.
yeah, I heard that. What? Wasn't she the? No, that wasn't her.
Yeah, she used to
Her.
kick it with Billie Eilish. So that was some issues they had there. So and then let me see what else. Okay, so yeah, uh, Bad Batty, Erica Mena. I don't know who that is, and then Gemma McCourt. Yeah, I don't know who
Erica
that is.
Mena. I know who that is. That's that's Joe
Is it?
Budden's
Let me see.
ex,
Now I'm
ain't it?
finna have to look it up, man. Let's find out who Erica Mena is.
Okay.
It says American actress and model.
Yeah,
She
she was on Love
was.
and Hip Hop, New York,
Yep, she
Australia.
was.
Yeah, that's Joe. That's his ex. I
Oh,
knew I
you know
knew
what?
that
I done
name.
seen her on them Tubi movies. She in that stepmother's movie on Tubi. Yeah, I did not know that was her. Man,
Hmm.
that's wild. Learn something new every day, man.
Yeah. You know they say he got touched up the
You know,
other
I
night
seen
at the
him
club.
explaining on how the fight went down on their podcast. It looked like he broke his finger or something, man. But I saw it on their podcast. He was explaining, talking about hey, what kind of boots he say he had on. Yeah. Joe
Yo!
Budden, Joe Budden, hell, man.
Hey man, I be like, but it that just hey man, it's different once somebody catch
Yeah,
you
but Joe
outside.
Budden, but the way he tell the story, man, Joe was ready. You know what I'm saying? He was ready, but he
He
wasn't ready. Like he had him.
he ain't hit us with a he ain't hit us with a
Nah, it didn't
soldier
seem
boy,
like no
did
so.
it?
No, it didn't seem like one of the Soldier Boy Jones, man. It seemed the way he told it, man, it seemed factual. But he was just like, I had on my no slip boots. Cause he was like, you step when you in the club, you stepping on cheap liquor and everything. So
I really took the time to just listen to it, but I said, man, I can just imagine what this man getting ready to say, man. His delivery, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's that being real facetious and sarcastic mixed
yeah, and
all
that pretty much
together.
what it was. It was
And it,
definitely sarcastic. Um, yeah, it
oh,
was
okay,
it was
okay,
definitely that.
okay.
But like I said, man, it seemed like the accounts were true. It made sense. You know what I mean? He even let you know what he got took down. So, and then with Joe Button, man, I will say this, man, Joe Button is probably one of the most transparent and guys when it comes to anything because he basically gonna tell you about yourself and he gonna tell you what else he took too. So I will say, I respect Button for that.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. He will let it go. He
Right.
don't give a damn.
So now on to further research when it comes to OnlyFans, and also I want people to understand that a lot of the stuff that I'm giving out is just from questions that I got asked. Because for whatever reason, I guess during it, uh, people assumed that I was Rico's manager because he did mention something about me and him working together and managing him, and people actually thought that I was. And that's where I believe all of these questions came from, because people was I was just like, why am I getting all of these questions about the porn business? Like, I like, how are you gonna ask me,
Witness.
is he doing porn? Like, I just did yeah, he doing porn from what I know, but I just did an interview with him. I am not his manager. Like, I can't tell you what he
Yeah,
doing.
how you gonna ask
And
me?
don't get me wrong, I love, like, if he need a manager, I'm here. And me and him have had the hey bro, like Dollar Bill said, I need my 20%. So
Right.
and I
Yeah,
be and
man,
me
I
and him have
got
had
you, dog.
discussions about that. I talked to him a couple of days ago regarding that. So I sent him an email, had a couple of questions about him, because everything is a business. You know what I mean? Friends is friend, but when it comes to business, we got to have the paperwork in order. And I'm big on that business side. So, but yeah, man, I think that's where they all came from. So another one of the questions I got was, who makes the most money? Can I be private and make money? And to answer your question is yes. Majority of the top performers say that you can make money not showing your face in private, but the people who actually show their face, who are uncensored, make the most. So, um, yeah. So that's your answer, and that right there leads me to believe that a lot of people are. I ain't gonna say a lot. I will say some people are considering doing it, and they just don't want to show their face. They got, you know, like teachers and stuff. And we'll get into the teacher aspect of it,
Right.
because there have been plenty of teachers who have been found out and lost their jobs behind having OnlyFans accounts. And the crazy part about it is, they teach in elementary school. How are these students
Yeah.
finding out that their teacher is doing OnlyFans? Bro, you hey, how is this possible? Like, hey,
Boy, these
man,
kids
big
different,
time.
man. That's why I be like, man, I could just imagine, like, could you imagine being at school and the video that's circulating is your mama
Man,
on OnlyFans
we
busting
finna
it wide
get into
open?
that. We about to get into that too. So that's next on the list. You know what I mean? That so so like I said,
Bruh,
you
man, you
can't
can't
you
go
can't.
back there.
And matter of fact, since you said that, because that's one of the downsides, man. Let's actually dissect that. And let me pull. I gotta pull this. I'm gonna pull this article up real quick, and I'm only gonna read the I'm only gonna read the headline of this article, because it gets too far in depth. But just the headline alone will make you understand exactly what uh how difficult it is for these children when they find out their parents are out here doing OnlyFans. So there was a student, uh, former teacher. She her child ended up committing suicide. 8 years old, ended up committing suicide because he was being teased and bullied by kids who found out his mom was doing OnlyFans, and it was circulating the school. I'm trying to.
Yeah, man. And I don't think that. Now, some of them, I'm gonna give some of them the benefit of the doubt and say that they mind never even went there. They just, it's hard to tell somebody that's hungry, you know,
Right, right.
don't do that. You know, when the bill's still coming, it's hard to tell somebody, you know what I'm saying, man, don't do that. So but it's a
I
way
take
to
that
do
back.
it,
The
I think.
child was 13, not 8.
Okay.
So, oh yeah,
Yeah. I think if you do that, you got to put you can't just do that and think you just gonna have a normal, regular life after that. You gotta put some kind of safeguards in place.
you do, and so as we were talking about the teacher, so one teacher she made $1 million in 6 months on OnlyFans. So of course she quit teaching.
Shh.
Of course she quit teaching because ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way you made $1 million, $1 million in 6 months.
6 months.
Come on, man. Now there's that, and here's
Yeah.
how crazy it is. Cause me and you follow a chick, same chick on Twitter, Mystic Bean, but I also follow on TikTok, right? Me and you both follow, and I was watching. I saw one of her TikToks, and she was at it. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I remember the numbers, and which is crazy because as I'm getting these, as I'm looking at messages on my phone, emails and stuff, and DMs, uh, she said she got 9,500 subscribers at $10 in the TikTok. That's what Mystic Being said. So you got 9,500 9,500 subscribers at $10. That's $95,000 a month. That's simple math right there. That's simple
Just on
math.
the club.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
that's
club.
that's simple math. Now here's the thing, because and I want to see if I can find it because if I got it in my
I knew she was killing the game when she one day she was talking on one of her videos and she said, "My house is being
yeah, yeah,
built."
yeah,
I was like, "Oh yeah, it's over
yeah,
with. It's over. The eagle has
facts.
landed, man."
Yeah, it's hard to compete.
Yeah,
It's hard to compete like that, man. Hard to compete.
yeah. I saw that. I said, "Oh yeah." She turned all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way up.
I found it. So matter of fact, let's go ahead and for those of you who are watching, we are going to do let's do a screen share, man, so I can pull it up, man. That way, for anybody who's actually watching, we can show them exactly what's being done. So let me refresh this real quick. Let me know if you can see it, Slim. You can see it.
You good?
All right. So
Yeah.
let's go to favorite because I just hit it on favorites. And look at that. What they say.
Might not be a 10, but
Come on, fam. How you how you compete with that? How you compete with that? You know what I mean? That's your proof right there. Look,
I
man,
ain't mad
that
at none
got
of
me
that.
to the point to where I'm getting ready to get in the gym and I'm $9,500 a month. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
out here
without
working.
the content.
But
Oh,
so and actually, I'm glad you said that because I'm telling you, I have done so much research, man. I actually need to be a manager. So listen to yes, this is the segment of the podcast where I deliver my pitch, and I'm about to give some of y'all some free game. So either I can put you up on game, be your manager, or you can take this game yourself and do what you need to do and start your OnlyFans account. Now, as I'm doing my research, and like I said, I guess people thought I was a manager already, but hey, I'm not. But I probably have enough information to do it. So the biggest issue that content creators have, because everybody cannot make money on OnlyFans. Understand that because if they could, uh, your baby mama down there in the projects that have an OnlyFans, she'd be out them projects, bro. She'd have been out. So everybody ain't built to have an OnlyFans and be successful. And the reason being is that they don't treat it like it's an actual job. They figure they can just do the bare minimum, throw content up there, and it's going to take off. And that's not how it works. So, after doing my research and getting information from various managers, from people who are actually managers on OnlyFans, here's the deal. Especially if you are a 9 to 5 working person, like the teacher who made $1 million in 6 months on OnlyFans. I'm not saying that she had a manager, but she had the work ethic and the understanding of how to generate content. So let's talk about it, right? So, real simple. If you got to get up and go to work every day and come home, or if you have kids, you feel like, okay, I don't have time to be doing content. But look at it like this: you have to change clothes and get ready to go to work at least 5 times a day. That's 5 opportunities to take some type of provocative picture at that point. That's 5 opportunities. And during those 5 opportunities, you don't post anything that week at all. When the weekend hits, you make more content over the weekend if you have time, videos, what have you, but you have time. So right now in your position, you have in your possession, you have at least 7 days worth of pictures and one video at a minimum, right? You have all of that content. Now going into the second week, you post a video and you post one picture every single day. That's content. You ain't even working. And what that does is it keeps you posting every day and it keeps you relevant. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, let's just say you just completely lazy and you ain't finna do nothing on your during the week when you work. You got the weekend. Take 1 hour and take as many pictures as you can and do one video. That's it. But you need to take enough pictures to where you can post at least one every single day. Now, when you do that and you start developing that engagement and you start getting that traction, that keeps your fans engaged because they know they're going to get content and something from you every single day. So that's the game right there. The game is consistent content. And you have all of those opportunities in order to create content. And all you have to do is just stick to those creative opportunities. Now, what that does is once you get consistent at whichever, whether it's on the weekend or it's during the week, once you get consistent at that, you can actually take time off because you have enough content to where there's not even a need for you to even take any more pictures for a while because you've taken the opportunity in order to get those pictures going. And now you can set up a schedule to where you can take a whole month off because you have just that much content that you can post something every single day to engage your community base. So that's a little bit of free game, man. Like I said, if you ain't got the time to do it yourself, you need somebody to kind of post for you and all that stuff. My commission fee is 20% of all earnings. That's right. If $1 coming in, I get 20
Let's
cents.
go. Let's go.
All right. So now we talked about now here's something that's been big and we gotta talk about this. Now everybody has heard of Yvonne Orji, the actress from Insecure. She been in the headlines
No,
all week. I know you done heard about the 39-year-old virgin.
bruh, I don't know who that
Oh
is.
my God, bruh,
I promise you, I
bruh.
don't know who it is
You don't know Yvonne Orji.
because I haven't. I've heard of
Insecure?
that show, but I haven't watched it
Oh
yet.
man. Okay, so she was on the Chelsea Handlers podcast. You know who Chelsea Handler is, right? The only reason I ain't gonna lie, the
Yeah,
only reason I know who Chelsea Handler is because of the relationship she had with 50 Cent. Other than that, I wouldn't have known who she was. But anyway, she
right.
was on the Chelsea Handler show and she talked about her lack of having sex. And she was getting hit left and right. People were like, man, she was like, whoever I mess with is going to have to deal with all this pent up sexual frustration at 39 years old. So there was a few comedians who chimed in, was like, hey, when you get married, you're gonna need to find you a boy that's 18 years old. Cause you're gonna need somebody to keep up. You don't need no man your age. Cause at 40, we gonna put in that work and roll on. You need somebody who up 3 minutes after they done went down. So the comedians had a field day. Comedians had a field day with them. But here's the thing, here's the killer. And I'm actually glad you haven't heard of her. So I'm finna play a clip for you, man. And uh this is actually from Nightcap. It's from Shannon Sharp, old Unc, and Ocho Cinco podcast. This from Nightcap now. So let me go. Yeah, yeah.
Uncle
Nah,
Shay.
this ain't Club Shay Shay. Nah, this Nightcap. So Ocho and excuse me, Shannon Sharp got their own podcast called Nightcap.
Gotcha.
All right, so let me go and get a screen share going on here and let you peep this out. Oh no, that ain't the one. We gotta stop sharing that one. That's the Twitter. Let's do another screen share. There we go. All right, and I want you to listen to let me turn the volume up. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Man, you can't take the country boy nowhere, man.
Yo, yo, yo,
Yo,
Unc is not playing.
hey,
You hear me? Unc
hold
ain't
on.
playing. Yo, Unc,
That old country nigga from Savannah is
man, he wild.
crazy,
He
man.
wild, bro. So Unc say he
Can't.
need a center. Unc ain't playing.
Joker said, nah, nah.
Yeah, Unc
Okay.
went with that.
They're
Unc was like,
wild.
nah, give me a. Unc said I put the Bible right next to the bed. Lord, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. Unc was not playing. Unc was not playing at all.
Hey,
Now
man,
here's
that's
here's
wild.
something else. That's wild. I'm finna put you up on game. The person who he's talking about, Miss B Nasty, she was actually in the Navy, stationed in Virginia. Yes,
Really?
yeah, she was
Oh,
stationed in
wow.
Virginia, which is crazy. A lot of people was surprised when she actually posted a picture on Veterans Day, and I'm about to show it to you. So we're gonna do one more because gotta put you up on game here. Let's see. There we go. And there she is in her Navy uniform. And a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people did not know she was in the Navy. She was actually stationed in Norfolk. Yeah, stationed in Norfolk. I think
Wow.
she ended up getting separated because she hurt her knee. She was on a ship out there. So yeah, man, that's you learn something new every day, man. I
Yeah,
never
you
ran
sure
into her
do.
while I was down there. Never ran into it. Not that she was like that then. I'm
So
just
you
saying because
didn't.
people like, oh, hey, you was looking, huh?
Right. I already know.
So yeah, yeah. So
Oh
that's
man.
the thing that killed me. But even her, like the kind of money that she making right now is crazy. Like she is that
Yeah.
it factor in the business right now. She is that it factor. And that ain't gonna change for a minute. She was like, yeah, y'all regular dudes can't shoot with me. Like you gotta watch her interview on 85 South Show on YouTube. She was on there. Like that she gave a real good interview. So and she
But I mean, it's like some if you got a personality with anything you do, all that's gonna do is accentuate what you already got going on. It's gonna propel you past the rest anyway. It be that part. You could be fine, you can go by the best body, man. But if you can't on camera, if it don't look
right,
right,
right.
you know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody wanna
Well,
see that,
another
you
thing
know?
about her
So
was the consistency. And then she also had a theme because the consistency, her theme was
yeah,
always being in the car. So that was her theme. And she was consistent about the content that she was doing. She was either in a car, she was in a backyard, but mainly it was centered around her car. Now, so not now that Shannon Sharp then put it all the way out there. You know what I mean? And we touched on this a little bit as far as talking about the downside when it comes to that because we already know what the pros are. The pros are the bread. And a few interviews I saw
right.
from some of the chicks who do OnlyFans or just do adult content in general is the money is addictive. Like it's hard for them to get away from it. I feel like this. If you're gonna get into something like this, especially something as detrimental as doing,
Some of it's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
attention
ain't
too,
no
though,
doubt. I
dog.
yeah, a lot of it probably is attention because outside of that, where are you getting the attention from? Like who paying you any attention? Like where you? Because
Right.
if you turn the camera off and you stop taking pictures, what in your daily life is going to give you the same kind of attention that you were getting at that point? There's nothing. The only other place you're gonna get that kind
Nah,
of attention gonna be the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Because and
right.
if it ain't there, the only other place you gonna have to party almost every night to get the same satisfaction that you got from them subscribers, the half naked IG posts, or even the thirst traps. Because you're not gonna get that kind of attention unless you go somewhere on the daily to get it. So that being in the house and taking them
It's a
pictures,
drug.
some people it could feel like a false sense of validation. Well, I didn't say feel. It's a sense of validation to them, but it's a false sense of one. But it's immediate attention. You know what I mean? I post a picture right here, and now all of a sudden, I got 700,000 people who looking at me and saying they like my picture. But you take everything,
That's like somebody hitting them. It's just like hitting a
yeah,
line
you
of
chasing
coke.
that same high.
I ain't never done it. Allegedly, y'all.
Right.
Allegedly.
So it's that same sense. So I get it. I definitely get it. So it's definitely that I think that's a part of it too. Um, the so the money, the attention, um, and just the access to people at that point, because you could find yourself uh around actual people who are famous, actors, athletes. You can find yourself amongst these people that you would have never found yourself around if you hadn't been doing what you're doing. So that's another thing too. You begin to lose, you know, your allure if you quit. So that's why some of them, don't. But I feel like this with that kind of money, you cannot go into this line of business without a game plan, and you can still stay. Like I feel like if you give me 20 million, 20 million, if I hop on OnlyFans and I bust the game for 20 million in a year, I ain't gotta look back. I ain't gotta look back at all. Cause now if I feel like I gotta do something in order to maintain that attention and I'm addicted to it like this, develop another line of business in order to get that attention. You got enough money and working capital to do that. Because if you don't, and that's all you know, then then that's all you are. You know what I mean? At that point,
It's like not just like not knowing when to get out the dope game. Don't take that dope dirty
yeah,
money,
you
then
gotta
turn
you
it
gotta
into
do
some
something.
clean money and go
Yeah, ain't it?
on. You know what I'm saying? You
Right,
know
right.
how it play out.
So, that's another one of the cons, man. Just the emotion and psychological damage that comes with it when you try to get away from it. Um, and then friends and family, right? You can't show your face around your friends and family. Some people feel like, and maybe you can, you just don't know it, but you too ashamed to do it. Uh, you know what I mean? And maybe some of them disown you, maybe some of them don't. But we already discussed the one end of the spectrum when it comes to kids. You know what I mean? When you got kids and they friends find out, and because kids is evil, man. They evil.
Man,
Kids
what
say
you
some of the
say,
most
boy?
heart wrenching stuff, man. They don't care, especially kids nowadays, man. They don't have no empathy or sympathy, none
It's
whatsoever.
almost it's almost
Yeah,
demonic almost.
they all want to be savages.
God. I couldn't imagine, man, being at school back when we were going to school. Imagine a picture of your man. Come on, man.
Yeah, you ain't finna
Come
survive that,
on,
man.
bro.
You can't.
Nah, clip all this shit out.
Exactly.
The hell you talking about? A picture of my damn mama running around his mom. Who got
For
it?
real. And who
Shit.
who who started it?
Right. We gonna get to the
Right,
bottom
right.
of this one.
So, and then another thing, relationships, right? Like we mentioned, Mia Khalifa been married a few times. Um, and that will actually, because men, we care about a woman's past. Women care more about our future. That's why they always want to know what kind of job you got, this, that, and the third. Well, men, hey, we want to know,
Right.
hey, who you been with? You know what I'm saying? Like, who you been with? You
First thing you
know what
do
I'm
is
saying? And
point
then we,
behind
for
him.
real, cause we want to know, hey, my homeboy hit that. You know what I'm saying? My partner down the street hit that. We want to know because I'm
Oh
being dead serious.
man.
Because men are
That's what
genetically predisposed. Because there's a thing with women, right? And and this is a study that was done, and I can't remember exactly where I read it at, but it makes sense to me that the more sexual partners that a woman has, the harder it is for them to connect physically with a person who they choose to settle down with. It's a lot harder for them in that aspect. Because when you think about it, why the baby daddy can always go back and tap? You know what I'm saying? That's why he can bend that corner and go back, and that's why men got to know, like, hey, all right, who the dad is, what that relationship there is like. But women also want to know that because
yeah,
women, that's why women, when they have a dude that got kids, they want to know what that relationship was like because they know you can bend that corner. Like if there's, especially if the reason y'all
right,
broke up was something minor, oh, they know the possibility of you being
right,
able to bend that corner is there. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
there's that, for instance.
I
Yeah.
understand.
So it in that aspect, to me, it makes sense. Um. So yeah, that's the relationship side, man. Because I couldn't have, like, I can't imagine, and I think, man, what's that dude name, man? It's not Myron, but it's the other guy. They call him and let me, his name is right on the top of my tongue, man, and I don't wanna mess it up.
In the
Nah, nah,
industry.
nah. So he's
Oh,
so Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, yeah, that's who it is. So
yeah.
um so I was listening to one of, and this was before he got into all his trouble. Uh and he was talking about, on his show, he basically said there's absolutely no way I'm finna date a chick and the dude that work at McDonald's can see your ass for $6.99. Ain't no way. He's like, 'cause my chick gonna be exclusive. Ain't nobody seen that. You know what I mean? And if somebody has, I don't know 'em.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? They so far removed from me
right.
that it ain't a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? So I and that's just something that come with the business. Some people say, well, shoot.
I'm not I'm not against. I mean, I totally understand where the man coming from. We wanna think what we got is something exclusive. That's why we get to asking, because you don't want to bump into nobody around town, man. That's the last thing you
Right.
want to happen, man. You don't want that.
Yeah. So I mean, and it makes perfect sense. I know it's hard for some people to get. Some women don't understand it, but as best as I could explain it, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Just we not finna have it. I mean, for real. Because when you think, because let me tell you something. A dude to play with you for a long time, and this is a joke.
Yeah.
A woman can fake an orgasm. A man can fake a relationship for years. You know what I'm saying? A man will fake a
Yeah.
relationship for years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he may play with you for that time frame, man, and it's sad to say, but a dude to run that long game and then bounce out. He'll run that long game. And then when he get too deep and he tired of playing, all right, well, it was fun while it lasted. But I'm on. It's time for me to head out.
I, I find it, I find it like that's got to be, ooh, you got to be exhausted, man, living all like these people that have families across town. You know what I'm saying? You got more than one whole family. Like this got to be exhausting, man. Like
Yeah,
how
yeah,
could
yeah,
you do it?
yeah. But that's the name of the game. So yeah, for all you who had questions and comments about Rico and the porn business, there you have it. So I'm gonna try to keep this cycle going, man. Trying to get shows done at least one every week. I'm in the process of uh, getting another guest. Don't want to say who it is because I gotta wait. When you're dealing with podcasts and doing interviews, man, there's a lot of uh, red tape, so to speak, that I didn't think at least in the beginning. But as I get deeper into the business side of things, man, a lot of people want money. They want this, that, and the third. They want to promote. So I get it. And when you're starting out, ain't a whole lot of money in this thing. You just got to build it up and do what you got to do. So for all of y'all that's rocking with me, man, I appreciate it. Right now, we are streaming this on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. That's right, YouTube. So you can get access to all of these. Just go to joefleetwood.net and all my social media info is up there. And if you want to, be in the audience, go to joefleetwood.net. If you're going to use your phone, man, you got to download Riverside FM in order to be a part of the audience. Uh, so you can do that. You can also, uh, do it on your computer like we're doing right now, man. So tune in, be a part, kick it with your boys, man. Uh, y'all give a round of applause to my boy Slim for being on the show. You know what I mean? Big up my
Hey, man.
man. You know what I mean? Coming through, stepping up. So and just at random, I'm gonna have other guests on the show too, man. Um, here in a minute, I'm getting ready to make a post because I want to actually do a panel show. So if you are a single female and you want to be a part of a panel show, make sure you hit me up on one of my social media sites or hit me up at joe@joefleetwood.net on the email and let's talk about it. And when it comes time to run that show, you can be a guest on the show or a co-host like Slim is today. You know what I'm talking about? So once again, hey Slim, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Man,
And when I get ready to put this in post edit, what's up, man?
I'm pointing at the
Okay,
G,
okay,
letting
yeah,
them know
yeah, yeah.
that
Yeah, we undefeated right now, my boy. They know what time it is, man. So yeah,
they playing with us ranking though, man. They
yeah. They
playing
what
with
they
us
got it
like
ranked
they
number two, I
always
think.
do.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. The back to
yeah,
back undefeated
yeah, yeah,
champions
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
sitting at
They
number
wrong for
two
that. They
right
wrong
now.
for that.
That's
Right, right,
that's
right.
another
So we gonna
podcast.
talk about that, man. And like I said, man, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have Slim info on the in the post edits, man. So make sure you follow him on Instagram and Facebook. He also got a YouTube channel, so we'll have that on there. Make sure you subscribe to that. Also go to mine and subscribe as well. Hit that notification button so you know what's coming up next. So Slim, what I'm gonna need you to do, man, is after this stop, I need you to stand by. If you look up in the corner, you're gonna see a little percentage sign moving. Just go ahead and hold still until that percentage sign stops. Make it to 100%, and we good. So everybody, peace out. Thanks for joining the Joe Fleetwood podcast.